Statement from Coach.
So first off, I want to give, everyone knows I'm a guy with D2 roots, so I want to give credit to Coker. Mel is someone I've known a long time. I think she's an outstanding person, outstanding coach. I thought her players came out and played really, really tough out there. We knew coming in. We knew NC State got everything we had. We knew we were going to get that from Coker, and credit them. I thought those young women came out and played really, really tough tonight, and that helped us. That helped us get better. We thought our defense improved as the game went on. But I think they're going to have an outstanding season. We wish them nothing but the best. From the Coastal standpoint, I was proud of the effort we got. I think these games can be tough. You got a break coming. It's a 3:00 game. The pep band. You don't have the normal game atmosphere you have, so there's some different things. But I thought the players came out and really responded well. With Coker fighting them, like when we're coming to timeouts, everyone's locked in. We're not dealing with any bad juju, so to speak. Everybody was locked in. And one thing I said in the timeouts, not everyone's going to have a good game every day. And I think on this team it can rotate around. And I thought Alancia and Jayden just came out and were so strong. Just from the beginning of the game, like Lancia I thought established early when you're playing the number one rebounder in Division II. Alancia said, this is my paint. I'm going to be the best rebounder in this game. And she did that. We talked a lot with Jay Bird about the impact she can have in this game. And I thought she was outstanding. So these two young women really put us in a good position and kind of bought some time for some other players. Delana Carter was outstanding today. Nia Barney did some things that don't show up in a stat sheet. Savannah Brooks is not easy to sit in a half, and man, she didn't get emotional. She came out. She said, "Hey, it's time to work. When it's time, I'm going to get out there." And she played a great second half. So good win for us. We're happy to step forward. 5-1 certainly makes for a better Thanksgiving.
Yeah, both of you guys. It was pretty evident that this Coker team came to scrap early in the first half. You found that out pretty early on. And they tested you 5-point game at halftime. You guys weren't shooting great in the first half, but looked like a pretty good team out there. Kind of what was said at halftime that kind of flipped that switch, especially offensively. Defensively, effort was still about the same as well in their points, but offensively exploded in the second half. Kind of what was said at halftime was a change that kind of helped both of you guys have great second scoring halves.
I just feel like it was more on the rebounding because we were getting too close in the rebounding. So I was just figuring out, I really need to rebound. And every time I rebound, I just went up, just being more aggressive because we were being kind of passive in the half court, turning the ball over too.
I mean, I agree on that. We talked about rebounding and then also our energy. I felt like we were kind of lacking on that in the first half. And then just coming out with great energy, whether that's offensively and defensively, I think was our change that we made.
Yeah, and Savannah helped on that. 20 points in the second half. I mean, just talk about, you mentioned it with foul trouble first half, just you keep harping on it, but the energy she brought in the second half, it kind of helped.
Yeah, it's something we talked about. I think there's a lot of talent on this team, and we got a really good group of young women. One thing we've talked about is the need to bring energy. I think when we have the energy, we play a lot better. And Savannah came out. One thing I say all the time, Savannah and Jay Bird are two of the best I've ever coached. When they have the ball in their hands, they make really elite reads quickly. So if you're up on them, they know to drive. If you're back off, they know to shoot. So those two make really, really – you don't see guards who make that right of a decision as often as they do that quickly. And it's special. Jay Bird right now is sitting, I want to say, at 27 assists to 8 turnovers on the season. That's just an incredibly elite category right there. That's something we've been preaching since we took over this program is the need for that positive assist-to-turnover ratio. And so when you've got her running the floor and keeping everyone where they need to be, and then you've got Lancey pounding the paint in there and letting them know, you miss it, I'm going to go get it. What you 6-7 offensive rebounds tonight. That helps when you have that inside-outside attack going right there.
And yeah, Jayden, season high in points for you, I believe, and a plus 24 plus minus. I mean, just talk about how you felt coming into today and had such a great game.
I know coming into this game, I wanted to be more aggressive and create, whether that's for myself or for my teammates. I think my mindset coming in this was just be more of a leader and create. I think I could be more aggressive going forward. So that was really my main points coming into today.
Yeah, and then Alancia, I mean, we saw on the broadcast, you and Kamari Thompson just going shoulder to shoulder at each other, going at it all game. She's one of the top rebounders in Division II. Just how fun was that matchup? Because, to be honest, she looks like a lot of the bigs that you might have to play in some of play as well.
Just coming into this game, we knew she was the number one rebounder in D2. So I was just more of this is a contest for me, I'm gonna go get it. So I was just and we've been not doing well on the rebounds, in the past games. So I just felt like I needed to make a big statement, like for myself and for our team.
Yeah, Lancey and Jayden, what was Coker doing defensively, especially early in that game, that caused all those, traveling calls and just no flow on offense that kind of got you guys after that slow start?
I felt like they were kind of speeding us up, but we also were like letting them speed us up, instead of like just controlling the game ourselves.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think they're getting up and guarding.
Yeah.
I think they're guarding well. And they also don't really give up many threes. So we knew we kind of had to drive it in a little bit more. But yeah, they're really speeding us up with their traps too.
Yeah, Coach, being so experienced at the D2 level, what can you see that Coker team doing at that level, especially the improvement they've had from the last time you saw them 2 years ago and beat them by 60-something points?
Yeah, they've improved a tremendous amount. And I know Mel, when we played in the first time, she was in maybe year 2 of her program, still getting her players in there. And so I think they're going to have a really good season. I mean, they've already got a win over Wingate, who is a very well-coached, strong team. They got a win over Francis Marion, who's also very well-coached and a strong team. So she's already got a couple. And then Pembroke, who is top 25 in the country. They've got 3 really good wins so far. So the SAC is a tough league, but I think Coker's going to have the best season they've had in a long time with what they've got out there. And playing games like this is only going to help them. So I think you're going to see them have a really good season.
You told me yesterday that you're really looking for this team to play extremely well, so you guys can feel good going into this break. What's that feeling at right now?
Yeah, I think it's good. The first half was not where we need to be. I thought I was much happier with the second half, and so that's what we talked about. Is I think the important thing is I want them to go home. We're so fortunate to be where we are. We're healthy. We're 5-1. But outside of that, take it into our personal lives. There's a lot of things to be thankful for. So that's kind of the message. Like, let's just go home. Let's enjoy some time, and then let's come back in a good place. Because the important thing I need these players to understand is we're on the right path, but there's a lot of people who are on the right path, and something gets in their way. And so there's going to be roadblocks put in front of us as we come back. There's going to be challenges out there. I need them coming back because we need to get better. And so the idea is, can we come back and, hey, coach, you just hope your team shows up like, hey, we're here for you. What do you need us to do? And then come out and work hard for us, which they always do, because we have a chance to keep moving in a really good direction. And so we're blessed to be 5-1. We're going home happy and healthy. So let's come back and let's be ready to work, because there's still a lot of work to be done.
Cool.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Good.